Hey everyone, and good evening. It is September 30th, and we are officially at the end of the third quarter of this year. It's hard to believe, 2020, three-quarters of it is gone. I think a lot of people will be glad to see the end of it. And so, but you can see the kind of day we had here, a lot of green on the screen. We did have an event here where we sold off. That was where I think they came out of the meeting without an agreement on the stimulus package. So you can see how these markets are really being sort of event driven at this point. And of course, that's kind of characterizes the market that we're in right now. And you can see the internals here still aren't looking super strong. You've got 2/3 of the stocks below their 50 moving average, and sort of 50-50 between ones below and above the 200. So market internals still aren't, even though we're up quite a bit, market internals aren't sort of confirming that, if you want to call it that. So let's get into the indexes here. Let's start out with the transports, and you can see here we got a bit of a topping action still getting put in here. The transports were down on the day, about 0.5% or a little bit better. So you can kind of see here we're putting in a bit of I would say a consolidation pattern, or possibly a head and shoulders. Certainly if we break this 11,000 level, we could start heading lower, because this could be the left shoulder, head, and possibly forming the right shoulder on a head and shoulders pattern. But again, we probably may just chop around in this range here. Nothing really notable on the volume. Stochastics are kind of rolling over but stuck around 50. RSI might be putting in a higher low. So keep an eye on that for the rest of the week. Again, we'd look for confirmation of the market going higher, with the transports doing the same. So yields did pop up a little bit today. The rate kind of did pop up a little here. So again, we'll keep an eye on that. It is trading in this sort of 0.7 to 0.66 range, pretty narrow range right now. So we'll be looking for a movement or break in trend one way or another there. RSI is turning up on this. Stochastics are turning up too. So let's keep a close eye on that for the rest of the week, because if interest rates start going up, it actually could favor the banks. The Dow up on the day, 1.25% roughly, and had a pretty good day. Pulled back significantly off the high. Volume was decent. Again, we're right around 50 on the RSI. Stochastics are turning up. MACD is turning up, so I think we're going to probably get a follow-through day. It'll even be more dynamic if they do come up with a stimulus package. You'll get a real push to the upside if that happens. Indecision candle on the small caps IWM. You can see here we tried to get through this one moving average, the 50, couldn't do it, and actually finished the day below the 20 again. So small caps continue to struggle. Volume picked up a little bit today. RSI right in the middle. Same with the stochastics, probably going to be the same tail of the tape. Again, skews well off the high of the day, although they were up a little bit. And again, we seem to be maybe getting stuck in this range here. You can see here volume came in compared to yesterday. Certainly the stochastics are getting back up into a little bit overbought territory. MACD turning up again, RSI turning up. So the Qs again looking strong, and the SPY almost the same comments here. Yeah, just same comments. We are right at a couple moving averages there on the SPY. I'd be looking for a real push and close above this. Where did we get to here? 39.93. A push and hold above, close above 3,400 could mean we get a nice move back up to 35.50. Yeah, the indicators are looking like it might start to head back up again. Like I said, we got MACD rolling up, maybe RSI heading higher. So the trend does look like positive for a market move higher tomorrow and into Friday. The dollar kind of indecision candle here today, Doji. We've got a cross on the 20 and the 50, which maybe means we might be starting to head higher. Stochastics are heading lower though. So keeping an eye on the dollar could have an impact on gold, silver, emerging markets. And the VIX, again, VIX didn't, held this moving average, which is this 50 moving average, which is starting to curl up a little bit here. And yeah, so we'll be keeping an eye on that. But as long as it stays low, I don't see any big market moves. Don't anticipate any big market moves. Let's take a look at the actives. So I took this at the close today. If you're in the room, I like the way it went out, although it did pull back here. This is a 10-minute chart, by the way, and this was the first day of trading for ASAN, and got up to over 30 in the aftermarket, and I actually sold some because I got in here, mentioned it when it was trading around 28.20, got in, got a nice move into the close, which is what I like to see. Peter mentioned it as well. That it looked like a decent overnight hold, and that's kind of where my comfort level is right now with a lot of these stocks, is just overnight holds. So already took some off the table on the aftermarket action, and we'll see where she opens up in the morning. I will probably put an order in and hope it gets filled while I'm still sleeping tomorrow. So we'll be looking for maybe 30 and a half, 31 for a fill. DBA had a big day today. It was pulling back a bit here. I'm back in this area here, done just under 14. Had a big day today. I noticed a lot of the commodities were up today. Donkey Kong, calling it DraftKings. It's just looking like it's going to continue to go higher here, and in and out of that a little bit. But I'm still have a one position. And as long as we're staying above 48 on Intel, I'm still holding that position. So let's go over the sectors really quickly here before we wrap things up. Chinese stocks did well today based on the numbers that we had out of China overnight. I guess their production numbers were up, and some of the economic numbers were looking good. So we had some good moves on some of the Chinese stocks today. Baba, Baidu, JD, all the favorites were up. And let's take a look here at some of the sectors before we wrap it up. We can see here communication, a bit of a indecision day, and a second indecision day in a row here. Technology, again, this is 117.50 level. Looks like we may start to move through that. We've got a long way to go to get back up to the high, but if anything's going to lead us there, it will be technology. Materials, again, we had a lot of good moves today, but again, a lot of the indexes, a lot of the sectors, a lot of the stocks finished well off their highs today. XLV had a really good day today. Came back to this 50 moving average here, but yeah, healthcare's breaking out a little bit. Financials had a decent day with the interest rates going up a little bit, and we'll watch for further moves on that. And energy, what can you say about energy? Maybe had one email from a member today looking at taking a position in XLE. Maybe we're getting a bit of a double bottom pattern here, and certainly if we get the economy opening back up, with more economic activity, we'll have more energy use, and maybe the bottom has been put in here. So this actually could be, a decent entry for a double bottom on XLE, and maybe a longer term hold for some recovery. And we will get a stimulus package at some point that'll get people out shopping again. So you'll have consumer discretionary probably take off on that news, and maybe energy might catch a bid as well. So watch for that. I don't know when it's coming, but it will come eventually, whether it's before or after the election. So all right, guys, well, that's it. Have a good rest of the evening, everybody. And as usual, we will be opening up the room live on YouTube, 8:30, doing the pre-market show. Carlos and Norm will take you through stocks in play, find some levels to trade against. And then for the members, we will be trading the market open at 9:30, and hopefully we'll see you there for one or both of those time slots. So have a great rest of the evening, everyone, and keep it green. Bye for now.